2004, news.bbc.co.uk reported that a child at the age of 3 had died from extreme obesity. This condition occurs when the airways are blocked by folds of fat. In other words, they are being choked by their own fat. Many of us have seen chunky boys and girls and thought, they look adorable, but to tell you the truth, they're not. Today I hope to persuade anybody who has younger family members, neighbors, friends, to help reduce obesity in children. First, we will determine the problem with obesity in children. Then we will look at the causes that contribute to obesity in children. And finally, we will look at the solution to lessen obesity in children. First, let's start off by looking at the problem with the obesity in children. According to the CDC.gov, last updated June 7, 2012, about 1 in every 3 child, or 31.7%, between the ages 2 and 19 were overweight or obese. Obesity increases serious health conditions like type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol. At one point, these were exclusively adult diseases. Obese kids may be also prone to low self-esteem due to being teased or bullied or rejected by peers. CharitySub.org reported on January 2012 that this might be the first generation to have a shorter life expectancy than their parents. Now that I talked about the problem with obesity in children, let's look at the causes that contribute to obesity in children. Numerous factors contribute to becoming obese or overweight. More than ever, life is sedentary. First, the lack of eating healthy. On February 28, 2012, On Central reported that only 42% of the young people believed that eating right was extremely important. Second, many kids don't get enough physical activity on a daily basis. On February 12th, according to the kidshealth.org, on February 2012 said that kids and teens spend up to 5 to 6 hours on a daily basis watching TV, DVD, or playing video games than actively playing outside, which is basically true. And finally, the lack of motivation. Life.homeeducation.com reported on 2012 that mentions that changing eating habits and lifestyle isn't easy, but parental involvement remains the most important key to our children's health diets. Now that we talked about the causes that contribute to obesity in children, let's talk about the solutions to lessen obesity in children. Helping the kids stay healthy isn't always easy. It's hard for the kids to resist unhealthy snacks, sodas, and fast food that seems to be always around them. It's also tough to get them away from television and computer screens. For them to play outside and exercise. Here are some helpful tips and information to take some positive steps. HealthyGeneration.org recommended in 2012, eating right doesn't mean you have to give up good food. Try buying pre-peeled cut fruit so you won't have to waste time doing it yourself. Include vegetables in every meal, even though you buy them from the frozen fruit section. It doesn't matter as long as they eat them. Try mixing and matching chocolate-covered strawberries or chocolate-covered bananas. And always make sure to provide drinking water for them. CBSNews.com said on November 15, 2005 that experts recommend children from the age 16 to 17 years should do 60 minutes or more of physical activity daily on a regular basis. Encourage them to do 15 to 20 minutes every hour until they accumulate 60 minutes a day. Encourage them to go out to play water balloon fights, Chinese jump rope, kickball. Even encourage them to go play ding-dong ditch in the neighborhood. Finally, the lack of motivation. It's a practice what you preach mentality. Make up support rooms so the kids could go to the community park to do different activities. Involve all members of the household to join this healthy lifestyle. And and travel reward system. Include a theme park so if they show improvement. Now that I talked about the problem of obesity in children and the causes that contribute to obesity in children, and finally the solutions to lessen obesity in children. As for the parents of the 3-year-old who died, they didn't imagine their daughter was going to die from obesity. Their parents were devastated. So let's save our children's generation so they won't have a shorter life expectancy.